Hello, welcome to this week's video. Coming up on this week's video, some acoustical stuff.
Just a cast away, and now I'm lost to see you.
I break a string.
I broke a string already, how about that?
And as a result, end up trying to play some Jimi Hendrix on an EVH Wolfgang. So I filmed a couple of gigs last week, which I'm going to show you some footage from. The first one was at a venue called the Brunswick in Hove, which is near or part of Brighton on the south coast of the UK, and I was supporting a band called the Hanging Stars. Now, they're an Americana band, and I had seen them actually last year, or was it earlier this year, at the Americana Music Awards UK at the Hackney Empire. I went along and managed to get in the VIP area. And the best thing that happened, it was a good event, but as I was sat there a few rows back, Robert Plant walked in and sat down in the row behind me, so that was pretty cool. Anyway, never name drop, Mick Jagger told me that. So I was asked to support the Hanging Stars, so I did an acoustic set, mainly of my own material. I'm going to show you a few clips. Now, if you haven't seen my videos before, I use my Cortex on acoustic guitar, and I've got a particular setup which I use it in a hybrid mode where I use the looper and I kind of use the Cortex as a MIDI controller to kind of control itself via a loopback cable out the MIDI out back into the MIDI in. So if you want to see that video, it's here. So that's the technical info. It's a Takamine guitar with a standard preamp in it. It used to have a cool valve preamp with a valve in it, but I had to swap that because of power issues, but this one works rather well. I think it's quite a nice acoustic guitar sound. I was sent some videos by Harvey O Music, if you look him up on Instagram. He was in the audience and he sent me the videos afterwards, which was very nice of him. I did film it on my GoPro, but I've used the videos that he sent me on his phone because he was up close and it got a really good sound on his phone. So this first track, there's just a little bit of looping, a bit of a solo, and then a bit of singing afterwards. Now this next clip, I normally only show my guitar solos, and I'm going to show this and hopefully get away without getting a copyright strike. I did a cover version of Message in a Bottle, which I then went into a Hendrixy thing, but particularly the sound off the phone, and the sound man did a great job. I thought this sounded pretty good, the vocal and the acoustic guitar. You can really hear what the acoustic guitar sounds like. It's got an acoustic IR over it, so it's overlaying the sound of an acoustic guitar over my acoustic guitar. I don't know how it does it, it's very clever, but it makes it sound more natural. So see what you think of this guitar sound.
Another lonely day, but no one here but me, oh. My loneliness and any man can bear. Rescue me before I fall into despair. I send an SOS to the world. I send an SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets mad. I hope that someone gets mad. I hope that someone gets mad. Message in a bottle. Message in a bottle.
And finally a bit of looping with some nonsense widdly diddly acoustic guitar over the top. But what I do when I create a full loop using that hybrid patch that I've linked to, I do a rhythm guitar part, and then I've got an octave pedal, I do a bass line, and then I do some percussion on the guitar. And on this one I've done that, and then I've soloed over it, and then this is how I ended the set. So this was my last song, bit of soloing into the last chorus.
You can leave it anywhere.
next gig I'm going to show you is a band gig, a 3-piece band, and I was having a bit of a dilemma. I couldn't decide which guitars to take. I wanted to take a Strat. Well, I always take a Strat. I took my Sunburst 56 Closet Classic Custom Shop Strat, which isn't hung on the wall behind me, it's still in the case, and I couldn't decide whether to take my EVH Wolfgang or my Gibson Custom 1959 335. And in the end I phoned Glenn, who you've seen in my previous videos, and he said take the EVH Wolfgang, so I did. And what happened in the third song, we were playing Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix, and I broke a string, so I had to put down the Strat and finish the rest of the Hendrix song and the set on this guitar. So is this the first time anyone's attempted to play Jimi Hendrix on an Eddie Van Halen guitar? I don't know, but I'm going to show you this slightly elongated clip. I'll show you a bit more than I normally do because I thought it sounded quite good. And also, if you look back at last week's video, which I linked to on here, I've recently bought an iPhone 15 Pro Max, which turns out it's got a really good sounding microphone and the picture looks good. But what I used, I clipped the GoPro up so you can see the whole band, and I put the iPhone down sort of in the middle of the band. It was just pointing up at me, which I thought might do another shot, which you'll see in the clip coming up. But it also recorded the audio really well, particularly the drums, because it was right in front of the drums. So this clip you're going to see is a bit of a mix of the audio from both devices, mainly the iPhone with a bit of a room coming in from the GoPro, which I've synced the two of them up. So see what you think of this. This is Voodoo Child starting off on a Strat, finishing on EVH Wolfgang. Jimi Hendrix has ever been played on an Eddie Van Halen guitar. I gave my guitar tech the night off, so I'm going to change the string in the break. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm going to leave you with one more clip. I had to wait till the end of the set to change the string on my Strat, and there was another Hendrix song in the first set which I thought I'd do anyway. It's the same medley mashup that I showed the beginning of on my acoustic set earlier. I do Message in a Bottle into All Along the Watchtower. So this is the All Along the Watchtower bit on the EVH Wolfgang. I quite enjoyed doing this. I kind of had a driven sound, and I was backing it off on the volume knob to clean it up for the rhythm bits rather than switching in and out the pedals, which I'd often do with the Strat. And I ended up doing with the Strat later on, but I think it worked quite well. But as you can probably see from the last clip, just swapping over the guitars, really I need to change a few settings, and it didn't sound quite as toppy, the EVH, once I changed from the Strat, because the Strat's more toppy. But by the time I got to this song, I'd fiddled with the controls and got them about right, so this gives a better representation of what the Wolfgang sounds like playing Jimi Hendrix. So hope you enjoy this clip. Please hit like, hit subscribe. I'm bringing out new videos at 7 PM UK time every Friday, so I hope to see you next week.
Thank you.